quite frankly, I needed a distraction. And so I decided to go on, to still do MoMondays on that August 11th date. And so as we approached August 11th, that morning, the doctors actually called the family together. They called a family meeting on that very morning, and we were told to say goodbye. That they were unable to solve what was wrong. They were not going to be able to heal him, and any moment we were going to say goodbye to my father. And I'm thinking, okay, well, made the commitment. Now it's the day of. I definitely can't cancel. I will go do MoMondays. I can honestly tell you, I don't remember what happened that night. I don't remember who was there. I don't even know what I said. I probably said something really dumb and embarrassing, but I don't have a clue. I don't remember a thing. And so when Kevin reached out and said, hey, Laurie, I would love you to come and be a part of this as we re-energize MoMondays, I had no idea the emotions that would flood back, the memories that would flood back. And what it really did was it had me pause and realize what's possible in 5 years. It's unbelievable when we think it's this little blip of our life, and yet so much can change in 5 years. Well, you see, my dad's sitting in the audience over there. Thanks to Parkwood Hospital, who absolutely re-engineered him. It took months. It took weeks before the doctors actually figured out what was wrong. And then he was diagnosed with a rare condition called Church-Strauss vasculitis. Once they figured it out, they could actually start to help him heal. He was the only person in the entire world that this condition has ever happened to in that way. So the guy's a case study now. Anyways, it was thanks to Parkwood, and he had to learn to walk again, and he had to learn to talk again, and he had to learn to eat again, and he had to learn to live again. And eventually learned to drive again, get off the road, people, and went on to do his favorite thing, which was golf again. So I really just want to share 3 lessons that our family learned through that process that have really been ignited in me since that moment 5 years ago. And the 3 things are community, connection, and celebration. What we realized through that is you need an army. You need a community. We grew up in a small community in southwestern Ontario. I'm a farm girl. And from that experience, which you don't realize when you're young, but if something was going on, someone was there to help you. If something was going on with your neighbor, you were there to help them. And it wasn't rare for us to be on a weekend serving people for their wedding or serving a meal to somebody else for a funeral, whatever it was, hands on deck all the time. And then we saw that come back to life, where I don't even know where the people came from. They were all over the world, the emails, the love, the support, the encouragement, the food, all of it, that really helped give us wings to survive that time. And he taught us that. My parents both taught us the importance of community. And so when you heard about the SOAR community, woo! Really, I would say, came from this thing inside of me that was ignited through this experience to say, we need that. And we don't just need that as friends. We need that when we're business owners. We need that when we're leaders. We need it in all different aspects. And so I am so blessed with amazing friends, many of them in the audience here too. But I was missing this business thing. I had come from corporate, and as an entrepreneur, I was craving this space where I could share, grow, talk in the darkness, struggle through the stuff together, and I really wanted to inspire other women in that way too. And it's not easy to find. I searched for it, I really did, and I couldn't find it, so create it. So we created this amazing community of women who have each other's backs, who help each other grow, learn, share, all of it. So community. And through that is the connections. Because when you don't have connection, and I think Julia kind of alluded to it, that sense of belonging, except there's a huge difference between the fitting in The struggle that you shared, which I think we all go through. I've got my 22-year-old and my 18-year-old daughter here. They struggle with it. Well, maybe the son, but I don't know about that. But we all struggle with that fitting in thing as we learn and grow. But this connection piece is about belonging. It's not about fitting in. It's not showing up in a way that you're trying to be who people want you to be. It's actually having a circle of people you're connected to for who you truly are. And Brené Brown says, we are hardwired for connection. We need it, we crave it, we suffer if we don't have it. And so the third thing is celebrate. My father, not one time, I am still in awe of this, not one WTF, not one why me, not one this sucks, not one. In fact, my memories of him in the hospital in those months was actually the laughter when something ridiculous would happen. He has this crazy belly laugh. And that's all I remember. I don't remember anything else than the celebration of the steps towards reclaiming his health. And so it was just this reminder. And a year ago, some people have heard this, I kind of turned 50. And so many people, especially women, enter that stage and go, oh my God, I'm turning 50, my life is over. And for me, it was, no, I've seen this. I know every day is such a celebration that instead it was, how do we create a hell yes year? And again, blessed, I have these 13 girlfriends from the 1968 birth year from high school still, and we decided once a month we would get together and we would celebrate 50. We did things from Nashville to walks in the woods to cider tours to pajama parties, you name it. Big commitment once a month. So awesome. It was a hell yes, celebrate life year. And in that year, I also decided I don't pause enough at all. Anyone? In all the chaos of social media and all the noise of the world, I do not pause. And so on purpose, I was going to start to pause. And I think my husband might be getting a little worn out with this, but I don't know why. So if anyone would like to join me, it's pop a bottle of bubbly on the beach once a month. Would you not want to do that every month? You want to join me? He's like, I thought that was last year. I'm like, hell no, that's every year from now on. So anyways, the story goes, really find a way to create community for yourself, to find a way to have those deep, meaningful connections where you belong, and also to figure out how to celebrate. And so where this all, why the dive bar? Why is that the whole highlight of the conversation? Is 2 years ago my daughter got accepted to take her final year in an international semester and went to Ireland. And everyone told us we had to go, but nobody could really explain why. You know, take your raincoat. Well, I don't know what to say, but you gotta go to Ireland. And so we wanted to join her on this experience, my husband and I, and so we landed in Dublin. Second night, we went to this place called the Brazen Head. Has anyone been there? Oldest bar in Ireland. 1198, the doors opened on this bar. Nothing fancy. Eh? Nothing fancy. Little dirty, little dingy. Smells bad, actually, in a lot of the places. Don't go to the bathroom, not special. And yet, there was this feeling. The locals welcomed you like you were part of their family. People, the second you walked in, it's like, where are you from? Tell me your story. It was amazing. And then the live music would start, and everybody danced, men and women alike. Everybody danced, everybody shared. It was just this cool feeling. And as we went throughout Ireland, we had that experience time and time and time again. Every small community, you know, they have a bar for every 10 people. But we had this amazing experience where it was just this connection and community and celebration everywhere we went. And so as I turned 50, Courtney was turning 21 in the same year, and I said to her, it's that. It's the dive bar feeling. It's that place where you can reach this feeling of community, connection, and celebration. And I don't know why, but it seems to happen in the dive bar. So not that you want to find a dive bar, but find the place where you can reconnect that experience. So, thanks, folks.